And they jump right into it. They talk about what the idea behind the book really, really is. And they explain everything in detail, you know. What they tried, what they couldn't do, you know. What they failed at, what they succeeded at. Things to becoming a good person. You know, your character is your destiny. Basically, how you act is how you're going to... is who you're going to be. If you act like an asshole, that's what the world's going to remember you as. And if you act like, you know, a generally decent person, that's how the world will remember you as. And I believe they want us all to act like kings, which they have their own interesting definition of what a king is. You know, it's not so much what we've been fed most of our lives, where, you know, it's like a Scrooge McDuck or the king from Robin Hood sort of deal. It's, you know, a prosperous person who leads people to a better life. And I like that idea. I've always liked that. And this is what I was describing earlier, the 4 Strength Camp core values. This also is a great idea, a great dive into the ideas that are behind the inner workings of Strength Camp. I've never been there, I've never worked out there, I've never trained there, or whatever they call it there. And I've never been to an open gym, any of that kind of stuff if I wanted to, but I just, you know, life gets in the way, dude. I'm doing my own thing. But they show a very cool perspective on the training methods that they use in Strength Camp, and they're sharing them in this book, which is why I won't go into very much detail with it, because I assume the only reason they put it in the book is because, you know, the information that Elliot and Chris and all the other trainers there have gathered over the years is worth something to them. They're not like me, where I just get knowledge and then pass the shit on for free. And there's nothing wrong with that. They've had a lot more years of culminating this knowledge and putting it all in a very organized and cohesive package, versus me, who just goes, "You're checking it out, guys. I just figured out how to do front squats and a really neat trick for the bar." You know, it's not like me, and I'll always be like that. I'll always be that guy who's just information to me should be free. It's just how I feel about it. This is paper. That costs money, damn it. But they talk about the 4 archetypes, and he talks about where he got it. And there's different patterns of human behavior. You've got the warrior, the magician, the lover, and the king or queen. And they delve into each one of these archetypes and what they should be. You know, basically the warrior is disciplined, purposeful, decisive, and devoted. And those are the parts of you that are the warrior. And then you've got the magician part, who's knowledgeable and objective, competent and wise. That is a magician. The lover is the sensual, compassionate, vulnerable, and intimate parts of you. Pillow talk, ladies and gentlemen, pillow talk. And the king or queen, who's the generous and authentic, integrous, and the legacy part of you. And the idea is that you should be using all 4 of these different archetypes to become the best version of yourself that you can be. And, you know, when reading this, I kind of stopped and I was like, wow, you know, I actually have a lot of those, but I don't always show them to everybody, you know what I mean? A lot of people see the warrior side of me, who's disciplined and purposeful and decisive. You know, get to the meat and potatoes part of it. That's the almost mask I wear on a daily basis. But I also show the magician part of me, who's knowledgeable and objective and competent and wise. I know a lot about a lot of things, and I've done quite a few things, and I have experience, and that's yielded knowledge for me. And then there's the lover, the sensual, compassionate, vulnerable, and intimate part of me. I don't really show many people. Partially because those parts aren't very, very big in my life. It's just because of the kind of person I am, the kind of person that I've become through my trials and through my life. And the king, you know, the generous and authentic and integrous and the legacy part of you. And I read these words and I think, am I generous? And it kind of makes you stop and think, you know, about yourself, which I believe is the main mission of all of the words in this book, is to stop and really think about yourself. And if you really are generous, if you're compassionate, if you're knowledgeable, and if you're disciplined, you know. But I think the idea behind the book is not to get to perfection, it's just to embody these different ideals and values to the point where it improves your life and improves the lives of the people around you. And I think about the king aspect, which is the main mission, right? Am I generous? And I always tell people, I'll give you the fucking shirt off my back if I can. I'll give you the food off my plate if I can. I don't go out of my way to give, though. I'm not that kind of person. I've never been that kind of person. I'm the kind of guy who would rather teach you how to fish than give you one. Who would teach you how to squat than squat for you. But I'll squat you too. Am I authentic? I'm the realest motherfucker. Seriously. Like, what you see here, people that know me have watched the videos and they're like, dude, it's crazy. You're good on camera. And I'm like, I don't think I'm good on camera. And they go, yeah, you are. And I'm like, I don't really see it. Fucking hey, kid. I'm like, I don't really see it. I don't understand what they mean. And then they say, well, it's like when you're on camera, it's like talking to you in real life. And I go, well, yeah, I mean, what the fuck else would I be? And that's when I realized there's different personas. You know, you see some people on camera and they're X, and then you meet them in real life and they're Y. And that's happened to it happened to me quite a bit when I meet, you know, my heroes or my idols and things like that. And that's why they say never meet your heroes, ladies and gentlemen. Am I authentic? You know, integrous? You know, how much integrity do I have? Do I lie? Do I tell the truth? I never say anything that I don't mean, because it was ingrained in me that basically my legacy is my word. My word is my legacy. That when I die, all the money I've accumulated will go away. All the houses I've ever owned will go away. All the cars I've ever owned. God, I've owned a lot of cars. All the equipment I've ever owned. This camera, this tripod, my body, it will all go away. And the only thing left of me that people will be able to appreciate or hate, depending on your viewpoint, is how I was as a human being. Was I an asshole? Yeah, I was. Was I a good guy? I'd like to think so. Was I a liar? I don't think so. Was I shady? You know, those sort of things. The most important word in king to me is the integrity. To me, and this is just how I see it, again, because it was ingrained in me that my word is me. My integrity is my legacy. And when I die, which, God, at the rate I'm going, when I die, the only thing that's going to be left of me is what people say about me and how they remember me. So I believe that it is most important in anybody's life to get into the habit of being a person of integrity, of being a strong-willed person, whether people disagree with you or not. Even if I disagree with you, I'll respect somebody who stands up and is truthful and honest to how they really feel in front of my face. And we get into a shouting match about whatever, whether it's politics or the difference between a fucking stiff-legged deadlift and a Romanian deadlift, you know? And I've gotten in arguments with people over that before. It's important to stay true to who you are, because I will respect the person who pissed me off because they disagreed with me than the person who bowed down and conceded that they were wrong, even though I didn't have a very good leg to stand on. I will respect that person a lot more.